transmission hasn't been shifting quite right, and this thing sat for a while. I want to put in some of this TransTune, so I warmed this thing up and checked the transmission fluid yesterday, and it does seem to be low after going through the gears and then letting it sit for a while. It seems like it is definitely a bit low, so there's one thing there. I did want to check that because I want to use this. I want to put this TransTune in, and this supposedly helps clean some stuff out. And again, this thing has been sitting for a long time, so definitely want to so this thing's been sitting for a long time. Want to run this through there because I'm pretty sure that there's some could be some gunk and some other stuff in the passages, and this says that it's used to clean that stuff up and not mess with anything. So I'm going to read the directions here, safely used, using there, transmission fluid directions. With transmission at operating temperature, check the fluid level to make sure the fluid volume does not exceed the manufacturer's recommendation. Oh, I already did that. Cool. Add 1 pint to the transmission filler. When adding before a fluid change, drive at least 100 miles to circulate and clean before replacing fluid. When used as a cleaner or conditioner, add for the life of the fluid interval. So in other words, this can be used as an additive, basically, and it can stay in there, or it could be used to clean things up and then you do a fluid change. Some of this stuff actually will foam, supposedly will foam transmission fluid or something when you use it, the additives, but this is not that, so this could be used either way. Alright, so basically should be good to go there. Alright, gonna put this funnel in here. Can it get in there? Yes. I hope. Alright. So this thing is... see, oh, like that. Dump some in here. Make sure it doesn't go on the floor. Should be good. Alright. And it's red like the transmission fluid, and seems to be the similar consistency, so I'm not going to discolor the fluid or any of that stuff. So now that that's in there, I'm going to go ahead and pull this back out. This in. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and run this truck for a little bit, run it through all the gears, and let that cycle. Make sure this thing's nice and warm. Then what I'm going to do after it's nice and warm, I take it for a ride around the block, check some other stuff, and come back, check the fluid. If it is low, then I'm going to add some more ATF to it, but not going to do that at this point. I'm going to let that cycle through, make sure it's nice and warm, and see how it goes. All right, I'm in the truck now. Going to start her up. That's the click. That's the other thing I gotta do is figure out what's going on with the starter, but separate video. Maybe not. Hear that click? It is, usually turn the key a couple times, and then that just works. Alright, so lots of clicks to get this. That's the first time it's done that. Something else we'll look at, but for right now, we're focusing on transmission stuff. So I have that TransTune in. Going to roll through the gears here. All right. Reverse. Neutral. Drive. 2. 1. And drive, it's going to be in first gear right now, but I'm rolling through each single gear here. Technically it's not going to shift to second per se, but I'm still going to do that. And basically what that does is there are different circuits in the transmission, and an automatic transmission is uber complicated as far as, you know, all the passages and stuff, but the concept is there are different pathways for the fluid to go, and depending on the pathway it goes, that tells you what it's going to do. If it's going to be in reverse, you know, what gear basically you're in. So that fluid is all that does that. Pressurizes a certain channel, and then that channel dictates what's going on. So I'm basically just going through the different gears, going in reverses like that. I'm just going through those to get fluid flowing through each of those different passages. So now I've gone through all those. I'm just gonna let this thing warm up for a bit, and then I'll take it for a drive, making sure it goes through all the different gears and gets nice and hot, and then I'll come back and check the fluid and see if it needs some more. I think it's a little bit low, but also getting some of that TransTune flowing. It says to drive it for at least 100 miles before changing the filter, so before changing the fluid, I should say. So that tells me that it takes quite a while for it to go through and clean things out, which makes sense. Just got to get it flowing through all that. So not going to go 100 miles, is what I'm saying. But going to drive it a bit, top it off, make sure the transmission, as far as the easy stuff, is running better. Shifted to first, just making sure it goes through all the gears. Stay in first a little bit longer. Says if in the hash here, don't put more in. I would say definitely in the hash, a little bit higher, but it's not low, and the thing actually shifted better. Seems to. I don't think that's that auto tune or that TransTune doing it right away, but yeah, okay. Let's see. Doing that up in process. Check when hot, idling, and parking. So I did. One more time, just
it's like right there. So it's a little bit above. Not huge, but definitely not bad. That's good. We got that stuff in there. Hopefully it cleans stuff up, helps it shift better. Like I said, it seemed better already with that drive, but again, I don't think it's that going that quickly. I think it's just get it nice and warm and all that. So.